There have been many secret societies that we know of who have been very influential. The Christian Freemasons were an organization who had a big part in the formation of the United States of America. My question to you is, do you believe that secret societies are helping or hurting our society today? Hello, everybody. Jay Rhymes with Periodic Review. Hopefully, I will earn your subscription today, so don't forget to like and share this video, crush that red subscribe button, and hit that bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss a content release. Now, obviously, there's not really a ton of information on these different secret societies because obviously the nature and the fundamental name of secret societies is that they want to remain anonymous. They don't want people to know and understand what's going on behind closed doors. So take the things that I talk about today with a grain of salt. A lot of people will call this stuff like conspiracy theory, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it's fun to theorize exactly what conspiracies are going on behind closed doors. Now, history believes that between 10 and 20 of the signers of the Declaration of Independence were members of the Christian-based Freemasons. Now, this group assisted these other individuals to rebel and secede from the British tyrannical leader, King George III. Do you believe that the Christian Freemasons from the past helped or hurt the United States of America? Well, from what I could gather with the different things that you can look up about the history of our country and understanding, how it was formulated and the people that were involved, it's clear that the Freemasons definitely had a hand in it. And these were individuals who were business owners. They were in the entertainment business. They were in the government. These were individuals who did a lot of the things that like bricklaying and stuff like that. So I call them Freemasons because the building and curating of stone and creating beautiful cathedrals, churches, buildings of importance, the Masonic lodges and things like that. I think they did have a very pivotal part in creating our country and encouraged other individuals to be a part of their secession from the British government and the British tyranny. And I'm grateful for the things that they did, because without them, we probably wouldn't have a country today, especially if we know that, 20 of the, at least around 20 of the signers actually participated in it. It's good enough to say that there were many other people that were involved behind the scenes that continued to help these individuals to keep these things secret before they proceeded to create the Declaration of Independence. And so I think overall the creation of our country, I think it was a positive, especially for our society today. Now, there is some theories that the non-Christian Illuminati has taken over where the Christian Masons have left off within the government, news, social media, and entertainment businesses. Do you believe that there is a conspiracy about secret organizations where the Illuminati or the uber-rich have taken over our country's leadership and public sway? Now, there's definitely some interesting thoughts around this particular idea where the Illuminati, which is people believe is based in Satanism and hedonism, blood rituals, sacrifice, things like that. And, it's possible that it's happening. I haven't really been able to find a lot of information about people who are currently members of secret societies, who are members of Congress, presidents as of late. I really couldn't find the information. It's possible my Googling skills were not on par today. I'm just getting over a headache, so my head's kind of spacey. Which is where I don't want to be when I start making these videos, but here we are. I think it's a great possibility because of the fact that the uber rich, the top 1% of the 1% are usually in cahoots with the government, with government individuals, with organizations within the government, Congress, Senate. Like, all these individuals are seemingly bought and paid for through lobbying. And it's possible these people who have, who create the majority of the wealth in this country and have the majority of the wealth in the country are definitely swaying one way or the other where things are going. And as time has gone on, I want to say somewhere between the 90s and the 2010s, somewhere around there, something had changed. Something was different, because it's seemingly ever since these things like the birth of the internet, the things like social media and stuff like that, where seemingly journalism is no longer journalism anymore, and people are just kind of looking for the most clickbaity topics and subjects they can think of, and they can just make wild accusations without any kind of evidence or fact-based information, and it's just kind of a free-for-all. It's kind of like the wild, wild west when it comes to the internet. Now, there are corners of the internet where they do have facts and they do share, the things that are true that we understand, like through science, through history and things like that. But seemingly things are kind of going in a different direction. Seemingly there's a lot of things that are being played out from the fascist handbook, or whatever that handbook is, where they talked about how easy it could be to destroy a country, or it talks about changing the ideas of the family, the ideas of who men and women are, promoting the LGBT agenda, things like that. Now, obviously, whatever you do within your family and you and your partner, we're a free country. Obviously, you can do whatever it is you're going to do. But obviously, promoting those ideals as normal, promoting those ideals as best practice for children, things like that. There's just a lot of selfishness. Obviously, the changes of what feminism was when women started voting versus what feminism is today. There's just a lot of interesting correlations with that information. And so I apologize for not having that right off the top of my head, but this is just the things where my mind goes. And I think we are in a point where, seemingly, whether they are secret organizations or just like the uber rich, just like these little clubs or whatever of small groups of individuals who are making the big decisions. It's quite possible. Not only has it happened historically, but it's definitely, I believe that it is possible for that to happen today. Secret societies from fraternities have come over into society's knowledge, such as the family, Skull and Bones, the Brotherhood, and more are coming to light, decade over decade. Now, one of them that was kind of interesting that came to light over the past, I want to say 20 or 30 years or so, the Secret Owl Society was an interesting insight into some of these secret societies with members that were, very known, and they were public figures such as George Bush Jr. and Sr., Ronald Reagan, David Rockefeller. Obviously, Rockefeller name has been associated with individuals who make the majority of the money in our country. Walter Cronkite, Dick Cheney, more and more and more individuals, and as well as I think the website that I looked on, there was definitely more individuals like CEOs from like business, and obviously from the dark side of Hollywood. And I guess my question when I think about this is, do we know how influential these societies are, and could they be the downfall of our country? Now, like I was saying before, I think it's very, very possible that these secret societies are still kind of in the background, behind closed curtains, the man behind the curtain, like in The Wizard of Oz, don't look at the man behind the curtain. And I think it's very possible that there are individuals and these small, very exclusive groups that are making the big decisions and kind of swaying one way or the other where our country goes. And I think it's definitely reflective of that when we look at what's been going on with the current presidency. Obviously, I don't think our current president in his condition is really pulling the strings and making big decisions. I really do believe, especially with the different opportunities where he's said, oh yeah, well, if I don't go by the list, I'll get in trouble, and things like, little things like that kind of bleed out, and you go, I really wonder what's going on. And there's different things that are happening on the internet as well. This is one that I thought was really interesting. Now, obviously, this is, our aluminum foil hats. This is conspiracy theory territory here, but I thought this was a very interesting topic to talk about. But why don't you take a listen to this really quick and tell me what you guys think in the comments.
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And
she's not the only one.
You've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to.
They're in the room?
That's my way of cueing you. Like, it's open dialogue.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can talk about anything.
But don't do it.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if you've had this, but
And so I find that really telling. I think that's really telling of like where our society is today. If there's individuals in these different rooms of, during these different talk shows and stuff like that, where clearly, Kevin Hart was very, very uncomfortable talking about these kinds of things. And I think Andrew Tate is a really great example. He talked about how there's these individuals and people he didn't know that come to him and say, hey, we're going to give you these millions and millions of dollars. We just want you to be quiet and go away. Now, whether these are the secret societies that we believe are probably pulling the strings and trying to puppet people into keeping, individuals silenced, keeping individuals just running through, the proverbial machine that we're in our society in right now. I honestly don't know. I don't know one way or the other. All I have are theories. So don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Send us your topic ideas via the email at theperiodicreview@gmail.com. Obviously, I see this almost daily, so if it's something that's really interesting, your topic might be highlighted. So all of our sources and links are in the video's description down below. And from my family to yours, good night. Today's video is sponsored by viewers like you, so thank you. If we earned your subscription today, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, click that damn bell, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a content release. The best way to support the channel is to like this video, share it with family and friends, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Send all of your topic ideas, articles, and video links to theperiodicreview@gmail.com. All of our links are in the description down below.